Having lots of tech tools and gear is fantastic, but that's not really what's at the core of being successful in sharing your Torah in digital space. So we're going to talk today about the 3 E's. Hey everybody, David Paskin here, your Torah Tech guy, and I'm happy to be with you again on Torah Tech Tips, where I share with you great Torah. No, I don't. I share great tech for your great Torah. I'm a little discombobulated. My middle daughter just graduated high school today. I'm very excited, but I just rushed in here to try and get this out to you. So I want to talk with you today about what I call the 3 essential E's of streaming. Yes. Computers, cameras, microphones, all these different pieces of gear are important and helpful. But fundamentally, you don't need any of that. Let me say it differently. Fundamentally, even with all of that, your stream can not live up to your desires, your hopes, your expectations if you don't have these 3 E's. Now, full disclosure, this is actually a little tidbit, kind of a tease of a much larger session that I'm going to be teaching at the Torah Tech Summit coming up on Sunday, June 27th. We have an amazing set of teachers, experts coming to guide us all as we make our plans for the High Holy Days. So I hope that you'll come to that, and this is one session that I'm going to be teaching there. So this is kind of a tease for you. So here are the 3 E's. Are you ready? Number 1. Eye contact. Eye contact. As I was driving down here from graduation, I was actually listening to another podcast, and they were talking about the audience of one. That when you're streaming out to YouTube or Facebook, even though you may be speaking to lots of people, each of those people is probably alone on their phone, on their iPad, on their computer. And so it's really just you and that person, at least from their perspective. And so making eye contact with them is so important. It's so important. There are different tools that you can use to do that, but fundamentally we all sort of have to get over the hurdle of, really, I have to stare at a camera? All of my folks, all the people that I'm looking at on Zoom, or my content is down here on my screen. I'm supposed to stare at the camera? Well, obviously not the whole time, but yeah. You do need to look in the camera. You need to imagine that the person that you're talking to is on the other side of that lens. You need to make eye contact with them. That's the first E. Second E, engagement. Engagement. If you're just a talking head like I am right now, and you're not hoping, at least, for some engagement around what you're sharing, if you're not inviting comments, by the way, please, if you're watching, or even after the fact, put some comments in. Let me know what you think about this. If you're not encouraging engagement, then you're missing out on a really wonderful opportunity. Use the chat, use the comments. If you're doing something live, maybe in Zoom, you can use Slido, you can use Mentimeter, you can use, there are Padlet. There are a million different tools out there that can get people hands-on and engaged with what you are teaching in the Torah that you're sharing. The easiest, of course, is just the chat or the comments. And unmute people, hear their voices, let them participate. This can be so much more than a one-way experience. This can really be a shared experience with the right engagement. So eye contact, engagement. Number 3, you ready for this? Here it comes. Energy. You've got to bring the energy. When you're in a room with other people, when you're in a shared space with other people, there's a natural energy that exists, that flows between you. When you're in digital space, that energy really isn't there. And so you have to bring that energy. You have to up your own energy. I talked a while back, I did a show about a Torah Tech Tip about standing when you're streaming. I always stand when I'm teaching, when I'm streaming, when I'm doing any of this stuff, because it means that I have to be on my toes. It means I'm moving. It means I'm able to bring some of my body's energy into what I'm sharing on the stream. I have to tell you, I've seen a lot of rabbis and cantors on Shabbat mornings just sort of stand there and not really move. Now, I'm a shuckler when I daven. I like to shuckle. So maybe I'm coming at this with already a history of moving too much. But I'm much more of the mindset of the story, right, of the Baal Shem Tov, who started davening in one place. And by the time he was done praying, he ended up in a completely different part of the room because his davening was just so exuberant. It was so joyful. It was so moving. So I want to encourage you to move your body, to use your hands. Yes, talk like a Jew, whatever you want to, however you want to imagine it. Bring the energy to your stream, to this digital space, so that other people can feel it. Eye contact, engagement, and energy, the 3 essential E's. And again, please, please, please do join me at the Torah Tech Summit on June 27th, where I'll be teaching this, and we'll with the specific tools about how to do that eye contact, specific training about engagement tools and things like that. But lots of other amazing things. We've got live streaming companies coming. We've got technology companies coming, audio experts, rabbis. It's really going to be a beautiful, beautiful day. So please do join us. You can find all of that at TorahTechGuy.com. And you can also, TorahTechGuy.com/summit. And if you just go to Torah Tech Guy, I pressed the wrong button. If you just go to Torah Tech Guy, okay, now the video is going to have to run its loop. I apologize for that. If you just go to Torah Tech Guy, you'll be able to find all of the tools and all of the tips and everything else that I'm able to share. Now I can't find myself. Where did my video go? Hold on, I have to bring my video back. Where are you? Go away. Here I am. Sorry about that. I lost myself for a moment. Go to TorahTechGuy.com. You can find all my tips and tools and gear and all that other good stuff to help you bring your Torah to life. Some great tech, and here it goes again. Now I can't stop it. It's meant to be. In any case, friends, thank you for joining me. I hope I'll see you next time on Torah Tech Tips.